Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Final Assessment podcast about evil. I'm Jean.
I'm Victoria.
Today, Season 2, Episode 5, Z is for Zombies. I am being driven insane by the fact that they're doing this X is for Y or whatever, and they're not doing it in alphabetical order.
Well, I mean, have you put the letters together to see if it spells anything?
I mean, I'm sure it will, but I'm just currently upset that...
I mean, you were upset about the numbers. Now we're on letters. I'm not sure if 3 did anything weird like this.
They did the pop-up books, too.
Well, they did do the pop-up book. The pop-up book is the best.
Okay, so Z is for Zombies. As I'm rewatching Season 2, I'm really realizing every episode, I'm like, oh yeah, I love this episode. This is a great season.
It really is a great season.
I think once they got their groove at the end of 1, it was like...
I think 2 might be the best season, just thinking about back to 3 and 4. Like, I don't think I enjoyed 4 as much as I thought I would. But this one's a really good season, and every episode is something else. You know, it's something that catches you.
I feel like I think 2 and 3 I liked a lot. I think 4 is we were set up for a zig and they zagged, and because of the way everything ended,
because they cancellation, yeah.
But because I think they actually had it planned out for 6 seasons or 5 seasons or something.
I think it was something like that because it started on CBS and then got moved to Paramount Plus.
Yeah, which was good because they could do more.
Yeah,
Paramount Plus,
but still, I remember first thinking about hearing something about it was set up for 5 or 6 seasons. Yeah. So
we can't have nice things, I guess. So anyway,
well, the TV can't have nice things.
I'm one of those people. If I really like a show, this has been happening to me since my so-called life. I really like a show, and it's like somebody hears me say that, and they're like, "Oh yeah, fuck it, canceled."
Yeah, she's not allowed to say she likes stuff because the TV hears her.
Yes.
Take it away from her. There are some good shows that you like that last a long time. Bones.
Okay, but the problem is with those, it's because I didn't start watching them right away. Like the X-Files, I didn't start watching the X-Files until the 3rd season, so...
Really?
Yeah, so
as much as you love Jillian, you didn't watch it before that?
I was in another world in the first couple seasons of the X-Files.
How old were you when the X-Files started?
They started, 93? So I was busy.
Sorry I asked.
I was busy. I was not watching TV. I started watching it, but by then it was already popular and stuff.
And see, the X-Files I didn't watch until towards the end.
I like Twin Peaks, and they were like, nah.
Twin Peaks freaked me out. I watched it while I was on, though, because I was determined I needed to know who killed Laura Palmer.
And then you found out. But that's what killed the show. They made them reveal it. Yeah.
Yeah, so, but there are some things that have lasted.
All right, so let's talk about this. Z is for Zombies. We open with an ominous noise, and we're watching a found footage movie with Lila and her friend on the phone.
I think they're just watching through the computer, but her friend lives next door. Their windows face each other.
Yeah. And they're having a debate. I do appreciate this debate about the 28 Days Later zombies. And she's like, they're not actually zombies, though. I swear it drives me nuts when people talk about 28 Days Later being a zombie movie. They're not zombies. They're not dead. They never died. They're just...
infected.
They're infected, and actually they eventually do die. And then they don't come back to life because they were never zombies. They were just people that had an infection. Yes.
I think I need to go back and watch that movie now. I thought they were zombies.
They were not zombies. People want to... I mean, technically speaking, none of the shit that people call zombies are zombies in the way that zombies were eventually... Which they get into in this episode, actually. The legend of the zombie actually originated as we use it nowadays.
Yeah, because don't they say something about the living dead, too?
Yes. Well, they keep watching these movies. The girls, their imagination's going crazy. They think they see something in the back. And so Kristen's like, all right, I'll go check it out. There is some blood on the alley.
Yes.
And that's kind of strange.
Yeah.
You're like, okay, what's going on here? We're with David. Okay. We're getting a lecture on Lucifer. Lucifer was the dawn bringer, the light bringer. I'd always,
Yeah. I mean, we have Lucifer. Leland. We're good.
But, look, this show, I wish this show had gotten more time or get something, because I feel like it touches on so many things. For all this talk of demons and everything else, they just did not spend enough time on drawing out these understandings of, they're talking about Satan and stuff like that. Like, Satan in the Bible, people always conflate Satan and Lucifer. They're not the same thing. Lucifer's a fallen angel.
Yes.
Satan is the adversary. The idea was that if you were in court, Satan is the one accusing you of sin.
What about the devil?
What is the devil, though? What do we mean when we say the devil? Because most people, when they say the devil, they're just mushing it in with this general idea of evil that's like Lucifer and Satan and all. And none of that stuff. I mean, there's quote-unquote dark lords throughout religions of the world that, I guess you can call them the devil, but they don't really look at what Western societies think of when they think of the devil.
And I mean, certain leaders throughout history have...
Sure, yeah. I mean, leaders throughout history have been... I mean, the book of Revelation in the Bible, a lot of people speculate when they talk about the Antichrist, that's Nero in Rome. Like, everything correlates to Nero, you know?
Yeah.
So, it's a lot of conflation, but they're talking specifically about Lucifer here, who is a fallen angel, who defied God. He committed the sin of pride, basically.
Yeah. I love the way David sits in class. Everybody's taking notes, but David's just sitting there listening.
Because he already knows. He knows. So the priest that's giving the lecture, he's an exorcist, this Father Molehill. His bleeding through his back, and David's like, hey, Father, you got something going on back here?
Got some blood back here.
So Father Molehill reveals this isn't an ongoing thing, just random back bleeding, and he's been having trouble forgiving and trouble praying, and he's having trouble with his anger. So David's like, well, let's do a confidential assessment. I won't tell anybody. We'll just do this. Okay, sounds great.
I mean, and
I'm surprised when we learn this, like, why Molehill agrees to it, but...
Yeah, I was wondering that too, and it's surprising because the way the blood is on his back, it almost looked like he's been whipped by a whip, because it's like 3 of them.
Well, which is, you know, I wonder sometimes if this is what they were meaning to evoke. I think there's so many things in this show where they're definitely evoking a lot of different ideas with one image. I think you get the idea of like a demonic thing clawing at his back.
Yes.
You also get the idea of the monks that would self-flagellate because they knew they had committed sin, so they would beat themselves.
Okay.
You think of that too?
Yeah.
There could be any of that, you know.
Okay.
But we do have Lila and her friend. They're camping in the backyard, watching horror movies.
I mean,
more zombie movies.
What are they thinking?
So they've set up a perimeter of bright lights because zombies don't like bright lights. I'm like, they don't? When did that happen?
Yeah, they've got like fiery stars and different things hanging off their perimeter. It was
like, they're
funny.
not fucking vampires. What are we doing here?
I mean, are you going to take a star off and throw it at their head and hope that it would work?
That's I mean, depending on what zombie mythology you're going on, that's, you know.
I mean, silver bullets, but...
That's not zombies. That's werewolves.
Oh.
Zombies, yeah, you got to destroy their brain.
Bullets. I mean, regular bullets.
Yeah.
Zombies just... They die when they're shot.
In the head. You got to destroy their brain.
Yes.
Yes, you can, yeah. And you actually have to destroy their brain. Like, you just cut off their head, now you've just got a head that is still alive. So you have to destroy the brain.
Ew. I mean, so you just got a head sitting on the... We need to talk about this at some other time.
Have you seen the Dawn of the Dead? The 2004 version, the remake?
I think so.
And they opened up the cooler and there's a head in there and they're like, ah!
I mean, it's crazy to think of, like, zombies just roaming around and all of a sudden you just pop along this head who's, like, talking to you.
Or Return of the Living Dead.
Oh.
There was a lot of, like, just, like, heads with parts that were... Okay, anyway. Anyway, okay, back to the show. So they see something in her friend's room, so they go and investigate. Lila is a smart cookie, and she's like, well, this would be the moment that something's going to jump out. Smart, there's a little gene there coming up. This is what's going to happen next. But there's nothing in the closet, and of course, and the girl's mother shows up. She's like, what's going on? Lila, I think it's time for you to go away.
I mean, we don't know who started this, but...
Kristen is in the morning getting ready, and they're just inundating her with nonsense. And I wrote it as this because this is what I was like. I felt it. She was an inch away of just looking at them and saying, "Shut the fuck up."
That's not how I saw it. I saw all of them coming in and running and talking all at once, and I'm thinking, she's doing exactly what I would do if I had that many children. She's just shaking her head to all of them, and then she's like, "Oh, you're going to be late for the bus. Go.
Get the fuck out of my house."
Out.
Lila wants another sleepover. I do like they give her the imagination, the SpongeBob imagination bit. The imagination. Which kind of, maybe. We'll see. David calls her about Father Molehill. He's like, the exorcist might need an exorcism. And Molehill's like saying that he became an exorcist because God called him to be an exorcist. He's giving some of his symptoms to Kristen, you know.
Yes.
He's been confused. He's not being enough sleep.
Seems troubled.
Troubled, yeah. He previously had a gambling addiction, but he overcame it. But then there was an online poker game on the phone.
And he tries to say he started gambling, but he wasn't really gambling because he wasn't putting money down until recently.
Which is a fundamental misunderstanding of the mechanics of addiction for gambling. Yeah. It's not really about the money.
It's about the win.
It's about winning. Yeah, it's about the rush of the win.
Yeah.
But he said it's not spiritual. I just need more willpower. I'm like, but it is from his worldview. If you're from a secular worldview, no, it's not spiritual. It's psychological.
Yes. But
from his worldview, like, it is spiritual, right? It's a weakness of your spirit. You know, you've fallen into a sin here.
Gluttony or something?
Gluttony or something like that, yeah. Yeah, gluttony is probably it, yeah. So Kristen is with David and Ben. And she's with the gambling and all. It seems kind of like bipolar. And Ben's like, you know, Ben, who had a moment in the last episode, he's like, well, I'm going to look at his computer. Because things are usually simpler than devils and diseases. And,
yep.
Okay. But, you know, I mean, begs the question. So Ben did go through this episode, and he kind of seems like he's kind of back to his old cynical self, the very first Ben that we met, you know?
Yep. For a little bit.
For a little bit. And David and Kristen are both like, he needs some time off, but you know he's not going to take it. Girls again they're all watching the zombie movie again. And they talk about, like, don't get caught in small spaces, but they realize that they are themselves in a small space.
Yeah.
And again, they hear noises in the house and they go and investigate. I'm like, you're so smart about all this stuff, but then you do everything you're not supposed to do. It's pretty funny.
Yeah.
This noise they hear in the house is Alex's father. And he's like, y'all girls need to go to bed. He's got this weird thing on his hand. This is a gnarly injury.
Yeah, it's bad.
It truly does look like a zombie bite. I mean, it's not just like a cut, or it just, like, it looks like, yeah, something bit it and it's getting infected. It's really gross.
Yeah, it really is gross.
And Alex is like, once he goes back into the bedroom, and Alex is like, that wasn't my father. You know, I looked into his eyes. That wasn't him. Like, well, it's the middle of the night. Man's been working all day. Leave him alone. That's why he's tired. That's what your dad looks like when he's tired.
Yeah.
So anyway, back with the Exorcist here. Ben is explaining algorithms to everybody. He's explaining basically how social media targets people. It tracks your eye movements, whatever. You look in the direction of a deck of cards, and next thing you know, you're getting all this stuff about gambling or whatever. So he's like, well, I can clean out your cookie. So when Ben goes to do this, he realizes there are no emails in the email. Like, there's nothing.
Yeah.
Like, no send, no receive, no...
Nobody has nothing in their
email. Nobody
has
nothing in their email. So he does this little trick where he restores the cache and he pulls up the most recent emails, and he sends an email back to whoever the last person was that has sent Molehill something. And the person sends back a warning. And Ben offers to meet him. Whoever this person is, Ben offers to meet him in person. Well, let's clear this up. I can't believe I'm about to say this, but this exchange stretched my credibility.
Yes.
I was like, you don't know what you're walking into.
Nope.
You And nobody is like, I don't know. Especially once we find out who this person is or what this person is.
Yeah.
It doesn't make a lot of sense that this is how the exchange went down. But whatever. Okay. I understand. I mean, it's a silly thing to pick on in a show about actual angels and demons. So I will stop doing it.
Yeah. But, I mean, what happened, so we got to.
Yeah. So Kristen, I think this is so funny. I feel like if the characters had been old, Kristen in particular, if her character was supposed to be maybe 15 or 20 years older than she actually is, I would have bought this. But she's not. She's in her, at this point, late 30s, early 40s.
Yeah.
Somebody who knows better about technology, I would hope. She's at home. She's getting all these juicy sex ads. All right.
She's looking up gambling addiction and getting sex ads.
Sex ads. And meanwhile, Lila appears and wants to know if there's anything such as real monsters. And, Kristen goes, well, there's people that do monstrous things. I'm like, okay. All right. But Ben calls while she's had this conversation with Lila. She's getting all these juicy sex ads. Ben calls and girl. We all just sat in on the same conversation. She's like, why am I getting sexy meeting people ads?
Because you've obviously tried that.
And he's like, what are you talking about? She's like, it's ads about meeting people.
Can you clean out my cookies?
Like, dude, he knows what's going on here. Like, why are we? The fire-headed Jinn appears and
it was just funny. Can you clean my cookies out?
And discover your porn addiction or whatever is going on here. Anyway, Ben has called because he has discovered that he's found Molehill's bookie. 40,000. Is it 40,000 or 30,000?
I think it was 40,000.
$40,000 in the hold of his bookie. What bookies are you motherfuckers dealing with that this rando walks up and says, I need an extension for my priest friend on the 40K? I go, okay, I'll fucking break your legs too. I don't care.
I mean,
but he did. He got him an extension. Lila and her friend. Okay, so this is where we're getting the zombie thing. Her father just kind of stares off and does nothing. And we find out he works at this place called Congo Run, which is basically the Amazon. They say like Amazon. Like, yes, it's clearly the Amazon.
Yeah, it looks
standard.
just like Amazon. Yeah. The little black tape across the front of the box and everything.
It's clearly an Amazon thing. They're watching the delivery drivers on the streets and stuff. They all kind of move really slow. They're watching these videos of these news stories about the treatment of the Congo Run employees. This one guy has like an injury on his hand. It looks just like his father. He talks about like you get blood in your shoes, blood in your boots because you can't stop to treat like blisters and things on your feet. And it's bad. So they go to a voodoo shop that sells hair braids and fixes locked phones. I don't understand.
I think she's trying to cover up that she was a dark priestess.
We're sure. So this is where we get the legend, the actual original legend of the zombie. Okay. Now I know we talk about the zombie dust of Haiti and all that, but I think that's something that gets an embellishment of the original story, which is you would have the slaves working in the sugarcane fields and basically getting worked to death. And the zombie story was the thing that the slave drivers came up with because the slaves would realize like the only way out is death. That is the only way out of this.
Which sucks.
Yes. So the slave drivers came up with a story of the zombie. Basically, like, you can kill yourself, but then we'll just sprinkle the zombie dust over you or whatever and bring you back to life, and then you're just working in the fields forever. Like, there is no escape.
Yeah.
Which is, I mean, we were talking about when Ben was having his moment in the sub-basement and he was remembering the things where his grandmother had taught him about being tormented in the grave and all that stuff. And I was saying, like, what kind of, like, this is like this whole idea of eternal conscious torment and all that. It's like, something like child abuse. But, like, this is worse than that. I mean, like, this is terrible. Like, this is,
that's horrible.
This is, you gotta think about the minds that come up with this.
It's crazy.
As a thing to actually use against people.
Yeah.
So anyway, this woman gives them this blue potion. So add the blue potion to your father's food, and the green potion is for the slave driver. And they're like, "Well, who's the slave driver?" And, and she goes, "He'll reveal himself. They always do." There is a lot of wisdom in this episode, I think.
Yes, there is.
And this is one of them. But so they put the blue stuff in Alex's father's spaghetti and meatballs. And we'll see what happens there. David goes to Mole Hill with the discovery that he's in the hole with the boogie. And he's like, "I'm not going to go to the bishop if you take some time off."
Yeah, you need to get some help.
Get some help. In the meantime, Alex's father has woken up late. And we're like, "Oh, is this the fault of the stuff in the spaghetti?" But he's woken up late. He's panicked. He calls into the warehouse. So it's a good thing he did, because there was a gas leak on the loading dock that he worked on. The whole team is in the ER. Permanent lung damage.
Yep.
Which he avoided.
I think they said they might not be able to work again.
They won't be able to work again. Yeah. And everybody realized, well, if he had not overslept, it would have been him.
Yeah.
And the girls are proud of themselves.
They think it's all about them.
They think it's all about, which it might have been. I mean, we don't know.
We don't know, but I'm sure they had some involvement.
Like is typical with this show. There's logical explanations for everything, but it all lines up perfectly. And
Yep.
Anyway, so Ben has figured out that Mole Hill, he's been messaging Leland.
Yes.
I don't know that we're super clear on the what or why. I mean, it is under the premise of, this exorcism that Leland's undergoing and all that. It seems like there's the veneer of legitimacy, but it isn't really legitimate because Leland is mixed up with the bookie. But David and sister Andrea, in the meantime, Andrea is not a fan of The Exorcist. He has his exorcism kit. She says it's fake. It's brand new, and he scuffs the leather at night
to make it look worn.
Yeah, and he loves the drama of the exorcism.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, if you don't actually believe in that stuff, I think it would be cool to be an exorcist, because yes, you could be like, the power of Christ compels you. And,
yeah.
But if you believe in it, it would be terrifying.
Yeah. It would be terrifying of what's happening, what you think is happening to your body.
Yeah.
I get that.
So they do have to get ready for their next exorcism with Leland.
And okay, you're the reason for an exorcism. What do you wear? I feel like Leland put a lot of thought into this white outfit with the big red heart on it.
What was this he was wearing?
I don't know.
Okay, so
it looked like a prison jumper.
Okay, this was my first thought, and I don't think I'm right, but this was the first thing it reminded me of, is that I don't know if they still do it. I don't know a lot about it, but I do know that there's some religions that have this, people call it the magic underwear, but
no.
It's, men and women wear it. There's a certain, look. If you know about the magic underwear, you know about the magic underwear. And I thought that this was the magic underwear. I don't know why he was wearing it to a Catholic exorcism, except to be hilarious, because everything about this exorcism was hilarious.
It was. I mean, it's like a whole white jumper, and it's got this big red heart on it.
Yes.
I'm just like, what is that?
Yeah. It was, it almost reminded me of if you were going to make a onesie out of the Tin Man. It's like the little heart and stuff.
Yeah.
So Leland is all the hits here. Somebody rings the doorbell. He's like, I wonder if that's my Congo Run delivery. I ordered a bunch of 40-pound weights.
Just to watch them.
Just to watch them have to struggle with them. God.
Yeah.
My God.
He's freaking evil.
It is like a cartoon villain. It is.
He is. He makes me think of him as the Roadrunner, always trying to catch Wile E. Coyote and always being so mean.
The Roadrunner. The Coyote was the mean one. Roadrunner was just going about his business.
The Roadrunner set up traps for Coyote.
No, the Coyote set up the traps for the Roadrunner. The Roadrunner was smarter and or faster, so the Coyote always ended up eating shit in his own traps.
Okay, well, I feel like he's the bad one.
He's the coyote. Dave is the roadrunner. So he answers the door, and it's Sister Andrea, and he's like, "Ugh, you got a nun here." Oh my god. It's just like a great hammy performance. They're sprinkling holy water on him. He's like, "I'm melting."
Yeah, you can tell he is so fake.
Yeah, this is great. Now, I love this exchange he has with Sister Andrea here. She's like, "Do you think you have any power over Jesus?" He's like, "I have power over a priest that owes his booking money," which was great.
Yes.
And she's like, "But you have no power of God." He's like, "I love it. I love it." He's like,
Yep.
"Try me, bitch."
Yeah. I was like, whoa. And she does try him.
He does have a line here, which is, I think, a line that a lot of people do, which is like, "Well, where is God then? Was he at the concentration camps? Where is he?" You know.
Yeah.
But so she starts sprinkling with holy water, and it actually starts smoking on.
Yeah, it was great. He's got little smoke coming up from his skin.
I have questions about this that we'll bring up later.
Well, the answer's at the end.
The answer's at the end. And in the hall, Ben, of course, is skeptical of the burning skin.
Yes.
They're asking David, "Is this because of you?" And David's like, "No, it's not me. It's Sister Andrea, because that's the power of real, legitimate, complete belief." Because she had said earlier they had an exchange. Well, no, they have an exchange later, like I think in the next couple scenes.
Yeah.
Where he's asking her about joining him or whatever. I mean, don't you want to do something besides clean this rectory 12 hours a day? She's like, "I don't clean 12 hours a day. I pray."
Yep.
So I guess that's to his point here.
Yeah.
In the meantime, so Lila and her friend, her father now is having union meetings at his house.
Yes.
They just permanently disabled a bunch of people. They're going to do it to us eventually. And the supervisor appears, and the girls immediately recognize him as the slave driver.
Yep.
They dose his gum with the green potion. And then, I guess it's the next day, another muckety-muck from the company shows up. And he's like the Hamlin guy, which was the supervisor from the day before. He overstepped. He had been threatening Alex's father.
Yep.
If you continue your union activities, you're going to get fired.
Yep.
And this other guy showed up, and he's like, "No, Hamlin overstepped his bounds here. And actually, he came to work today drunk.
Yes.
So he's fired." And they offered Alex's father Hamlin's job with 10 times the salary.
And he can work from home.
And he can work from home. And so the girls are definitely proud of themselves now because they're doing all this math. This was all us.
Yep.
And this is the scene where David and Andrea have the exchange. Mulvihill has offered to go into a retreat for 6 months. This is where she explains that she prays all day. She's not cleaning. And she's like, "I couldn't help you anyway because I'm a nun. I'm a woman, and this is the
Catholic
church."
Church, yeah.
She's telling him to work on his breathing. And she sends David away, and we learn the trick here that she used with Leland because
she pours the holy water back into an ammonia bottle.
Look, I know ammonia is caustic, and you don't want to breathe it in and all that, but I've never had it actually make my skin smoke.
I mean, I haven't either, and I don't think we want to try that
I'm
now.
not going to try it, but that is some wild-ass ammonia. But, okay, so Alex's father, he's very excited. He's showing Lila how he works from home. He can sit at his dining room table with his computer, and he's supervising everybody. And he sounds just like his supervisor. He's like, "This is not a bathroom break. You got 10 minutes. We're behind schedule, blah, blah." I mean, and he's very, barking orders. And all the girls were like, "Yeah, I don't want to finish the zombie movie."
Yeah. Let's not.
I mean, what can you say? Once again, that's not pulling any punches.
Yeah,
at all. It's not going to shy away. We're not even going to hide behind drama, which I think a lot of shows will talk about these current subjects or current topics, and they'll talk about them under the guise of being honest or truthful, but they're kind of hiding behind their own drama about it. And this is kind of doing the opposite of that, where we're kind of laying it all out We have this other layer of the supernatural element and all that, but clear reality here is that, it could go both ways. There's two layers here, and in order to appreciate what's happening, you have to actually acknowledge that both things are happening.
Yeah. Yep.
And it's not hiding it behind anything else. It's using the artifice of whatever the supernatural storyline is and saying, that's all happening over here, but the real thing, where the rubber hits the road and it actually touches your everyday life, is also happening right here.
Yes. Yes.
Like the people that couldn't stop long enough to treat their boots filling up with blood.
Yeah.
Yeah. Again, I'm reminded of how much I like this season. I've forgotten, I think, how much I like this season.
Yeah, I hadn't seen it since it first came out.
Yeah.
So it's a second watch through for me, and I see how much I liked it when it was coming out.
Yeah. Yeah, I am remembering how much I liked it. Yeah. And I remember being kind of shocked at this episode, too, that they went there.
Yeah.
I can't remember if this was, I guess this was before or after the writer's strike. I think this was before the writer's strike. But anyway.
Yeah.
Do you have a lot else to say there?
No. I thought it was a good episode, and it was really funny, and they get one over on Leland for a little bit. I really like Sister Andrea.
Yeah, I love Sister Andrea.
She becomes really a permanent thing in the show now.
Yeah.
So it's good to have her around.
Yeah, she's around till the end.
Yep.
But I loved her. I loved her the whole time.
I did too.
Okay, so if you don't have much else to say, I don't have a lot else to say. We had a lot going on in our personal life, so we got off track a little bit, but we're back. And so next week we'll be talking about season 2, episode 6.
Yes.
And you can also check out our other podcasts. We have Deconstructing the Dark Pasture, which is a podcast about all things Dexter. And we have Outside Food and Drink, which is our movie podcast. We had planned to do Rob Reiner stuff in March, and we're probably going to do those movies throughout the year. We were just not able to make it come together for March. So we're going to pick things back up. April, if it's going to be the Jokester month, man, we're going to have April Fool's Day. We're going to have
Ready or Not.
Both of them.
The Menu.
And Knives Out. The first Knives Out.
Yes. All great movies.
So we're going to have a lot of fun in April.
Yeah.
Anyway, until next week, when we just talk about episode 6.
Later.